Hey guys, this is Helicoptrix and welcome to a brand new video. So, today I'm gonna be counting down my top 10 favorite Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So, just because these are my favorite doesn't mean they're necessarily like the best. Like, I don't consider any other Pokemon good. These are just like my personal favorites that I actually took quite a liking to in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So, with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. At number 5, we have the entire Poplio line. Poplio, Brion, and Primarina. Now, when I first heard that Sun and Moon were announced and we saw the starters, I didn't really think much of Poplio. I didn't hate it like most of the internet did at the time, but I didn't really have that much of an attraction to it. And then I thought I was gonna end up choosing Litten, but then when the Chinese leaks were confirmed and I saw Primarina in Pokemon Refresh in the final Starter Evolution trailer a few days before Sun and Moon, I really started to like this. I started to like Poplio, and I kind of felt bad for all the hate it was getting. So I went, and then when the games actually came out, I chose Poplio and played through the game with Primarina, and I found the game incredibly helpful with it. Um, I'm pretty sure I would have had a way to find out how to deal with lots of people. I mean, I did have a Greninja to give me that water boost, but with Primarina, I just had a fun time playing through the game with this thing. So, yeah, that's number 5 is the entire Poplio line and Brion. I actually had quite a fun time with Brion. I I kind of like its design, and I like Primarina's too. Um, but like these guys, I kind of liked because they were actually like I was saying we haven't found Poplio's confirmed stats yet, and so you probably shouldn't blame Poplio for being bad just because it looks stupid and its evolutions don't make any sense. So I ended up trying it out to prove them wrong, and I actually had quite a blast with these guys. I think I really did actually do it. I thought, this actually was a pretty good choice, to be honest, like, especially for me, because I really like water type Pokemon. I think the water type is, like, my favorite type in Pokemon. So, because of all the reasons that I've just listed, the entire Poplio line made the top 5 spot for my list. Number 4. Rockruff. Now, Rockruff, he was kinda. I didn't really think that much. Like Poplio, I didn't think that much of Rockruff when I first saw him. But then when I saw Lycanroc Midnight form and Midday form, I thought they were so cool. I knew at that moment I would already be getting Moon, and so since I would be getting Midnight Rockruff or Midnight Lycanroc, I thought I would try it out. And while it only stayed on my team for about maybe like 10 days, it stayed on my team. But I didn't really get that much enjoyment out of using it, but I still thought it was pretty cool. Like the design, when I first saw the design, I fell in love with it. Um, and it just kind of made me look at Rockruff in a different way. And then later on, when the data mine happened in the trailer, in the demo, and I saw Shiny Rockruff actually in game, because I tried to see as much of the data mine as I could, because I found it interesting that people were able to find out the entire Alolan Pokédex just by digging through the demo, which only had like around 5 to 6 Pokemon in it total. Um, I didn't really get to see Rockruff's shiny that much, but then when the actual game came out and I saw its shiny, my god, I fell in love with that shiny. It was like, I don't have a picture of it here in this slide. I just have normal Rockruff. But basically what happens is Rockruff goes from this like sandy color with dark brown ears and paws. It goes from that to a blue color with yellow eyes. When I first saw that Rockruff, the shiny form, I fell in love with it immediately. Like, no one had to tell me to like it or anything. I just literally saw it and I'm like, oh my god, I love this thing. So, yeah, for that reason, Rockruff is number 4 on my favorite Pokemon list. Let's move on. Number 3, Bounsweet. Now, it's not necessarily Bounsweet that I like. Well, at least it wasn't at first, like the last few. I kind of thought Bounsweet was cool. I thought it was kind of cute, actually. But then when I saw its middle evolution, Steenie, or Steen, or however you pronounce its name, I really, after about 5 times watching the Steenie reveal trailer over and over again, I fell in love with it. I wanted it so bad in Sun and Moon, and I didn't get to use it until I had beaten the Elite Four because I had completely forgotten about Bounsweet. All I knew is that I wanted a Steenie and that I would probably have to get a Bounsweet and evolve it in order to get that Steen. And then it probably wouldn't stay for long when it evolved into Serene, so yeah, I didn't end up finding it in the lush jungle until I had already beaten the Elite Four, or I had gotten close to beating the Elite Four, so for that reason, Bounsweet is my favorite Pokemon at number 3. Number 2, Pyukumuku. Now, it's not really... I do kind of like Pyukumuku because of that one scene in the anime where Ash finds a Pyukumuku underwater and it pulls a peace sign on him. I used to hate Pyukumuku. I thought it was nasty that it throws up its innards to attack people. But then when I saw the episode of the Japanese Sun and Moon anime and I saw Pyukumuku pull a peace sign on Ash, I thought that was so hilarious and I just fell in love with the Pokemon. But it isn't, like I was about to say, it's not necessarily this Pyukumuku that I really like. It's shiny form. I love this shiny form, and it's not because of the colors. There's not a lot of shinies that turn green that I actually like. But the reason why I like shiny Pyukumuku so much, like, I didn't even see its shiny form until I had already beaten the Pokemon game, and I finally saw its shiny form, and I'm like, oh my god, I must have this. And the reason why is because, in Minecraft, you know, the 1.8 update of Minecraft, they added the Guardians to the game. When I saw the Guardians, I just fell in love with the Guardians. I loved them so much. Like, the Guardian to this day is probably still my favorite mob in Minecraft, so when I saw Pyukumuku, I thought, this literally looks exactly like a Guardian. I immediately love it. And so, after that, I just kind of fell in love with that. Now on to number 1, is Tapu Fini. So, the main reason why I like Tapu Fini is because, like, when I first saw Tapu Koko and remembered that, and it said that he was the guardian of Mele Mele Island, and then I remembered that there was, like, 5 islands counting Aether Paradise, the one in the middle, the artificial island, Aether Paradise. I thought, me and everyone else in the Sun and Moon community thought, oh man, I wonder what the other island guardians are gonna look like. Especially me, I thought, I hope they at least turn out well. And while I didn't really have any beef with any of the other Tapus, when Tapu Fini was revealed, I just kinda I felt like I really liked it. It looked like a Pokemon that I, like, really liked. Like, I like the design, I like the fact that it's water type again. I'm, like, I really love water-type Pokemon. But, like, Tapu Fini, I thought was, like, a perfect representation of a Pokemon that I like. And when I saw the reveal trailer for it, I just fell in love with it. I was like, I need this. Just fast forward to November 18th so I can catch this thing. And then I didn't end up getting it until really, really late into the, like, I spent a good 10 to 20 days before I borrowed my friend's Tapu Koko and sweeped the Elite Four, so. And then I ended up just catching Tapu Fini, and I'm like, oh my god, I love this thing so much. I didn't use it for long because I figured it wasn't really fair that I was using a legendary Pokemon where I could just sweep it, and like in some of the battles closer to the battle tree, I just didn't really feel like Tapu Fini was doing a very good job anymore. I am thinking about bringing it back to do like competitive play with it or something once all my friends are caught up to me. Um, so yeah, that's Tapu Fini, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this list. So if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. And don't forget, if you want to, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another one of my uploads. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.